Welcome, my love light lifers. Natty T here, your vibrational coach. Today, we're gonna go general. Do you know what that means? I sure didn't. But once I figured it out, this. Welcome to my returning subscribers. Thank you for showing up today. I appreciate you all. And of course, if you've just come in like just now, like today, welcome. I hope you have some fun with us and that you stick around. Today, we're talking about going general. It's actually quite a general statement to say that we're going to go general. But what I'm talking about is to continue on with our momentum of thought area that we're in here, because when we're trying to manifest like 100 times faster than we have been before, we really need to know that it comes down to cleaning up our thoughts, to be able to get that momentum, to not try and do all of the heavy lifting ourselves, but to just start shifting things and giving the momentum to where it's needed. And going general is one of the most amazing hacks when it comes to your manifestational power, because of the fact that it not only helps, there's very little resistance in it, and it also blankets a big kind of area. And it's really easy. And it's really, really easy. So what is going general? Okay, if you don't know what it means to go general, it's basically when you take something that you're wanting and you're doubting, okay? In case you haven't sort of examined that area of things when it comes to the law of attraction before, how it's going to work is if you want something and you doubt it, then there's a gap between the frequency of having it and the frequency of not having it. And when you close that gap, that's how you get it, okay? And sometimes it can be as easy as not thinking that you're not going to have it. If you haven't built up a momentum about not having it, then it might be just the simple thing of not doubting it, not thinking in the opposition of it. For example, say you were thinking, today I would like a candy cane. Chances are you haven't spent a lot of time thinking that you can't have a candy cane. You've not spent a lot of time going, why don't I have a candy cane? Why has no one ever given me a candy cane? Why are candy canes so hard to get? Candy canes are so rare. Why don't I have a candy cane? Everyone else has a candy cane. Why don't I have a candy cane? Where is my candy cane? When do I get my candy cane? Insert something else into that rant there other than candy cane, and it might sound very familiar. Put in there soulmate, lover, money, car, attention, whatever it is you think you're lacking. We've had those conversations with ourselves, haven't we? We have. Let's admit it. We have these conversations. And the thing is, if you haven't had that conversation, because it's a candy cane, and let's face it, candy canes are nice, but they're not the be all and end all of life. I don't particularly spend a lot of time thinking about candy canes, except for the last maybe 2 minutes. And therefore, if I was to just think to myself, I'd like a candy cane, and never think about it again, chances are a candy cane would pop into my experience quite quickly, somehow, some way. Just because I haven't held it apart. I haven't thought in opposition to it. So it's quite easy for that to flow to me, for that to show up in my experience. That's how the law of attraction kind of works. So, but when you've spent a lot of time going, why don't I have the candy cane? Just not thinking about the candy cane doesn't work, because the momentum is still heading off in that direction. And if you've spent extraordinarily long times thinking about how you don't have a candy cane, in fact, if you've spent hours every day lamenting the absence of this candy cane, then chances are when you say, where's my candy cane, when you look for the candy cane and it's not there, and you decide, I'm going to clean up my vibes on this candy cane so I can get the candy cane, you can't just stop thinking about the candy cane. And here's why. There is a crack of least resistance that the candy cane might come to you in. What I mean is, if you stop thinking in the opposition to the candy cane, for a moment there is the resistance sort of drops enough so that it can show up. But the thing is, the candy cane doesn't last. The candy cane is dirty. The candy cane is on the television and you can't eat it. The candy cane tastes funny. The candy cane makes you sick. Okay? So what we're looking to do is to try and pivot again. But before we were talking about pivoting, it only works if you've only got a small amount of momentum going. What happens when your momentum is way down the road? Do you know how much I've thought about not having enough money now? I think about it every day. Every day. I spend at least half of my day thinking about how much money I don't have. So chances are just not thinking about it is not going to help you build some momentum. You're not going to get your $1 million idea from that momentum, that area. You got to get into a place where you're feeling abundant, where you're feeling like things are flowing to you, when you're feeling that it's not just a possibility that this $1 million idea can flow to you, but you're actually thinking, expecting this $1 million idea to flow to you. In fact, when it shows up, you're just like, oh, hey, I knew you were coming. That is where you want to be. But with the momentum going so fast in one direction, in the wrong direction, in the direction you don't want it to be going on in, what you're going to have to do is slow it down. Now, we talked about meditation will slow it down. Okay? But meditation slows down all thought. When you start thinking again, you're picking up the momentum where you last left it. If you want to slow the actual momentum on a subject down, what you need to do is you need to go general. Going general will slow that momentum so that you can then pivot and actually believe the thoughts that you're having when you start having more positive thoughts. So when you get into that positive direction, you're not disbelieving it. Okay? And so going general looks like this. Okay, I don't believe that I can have a candy cane because I've never had a candy cane before and I've been waiting for this candy cane. Okay, we're off in a negative direction. Let's slow it down. Let's go general negative. Okay, general negative just says that we decide, okay, so what if I haven't had a candy cane? There are a lot of things that I haven't experienced yet that I will probably experience sometime in my lifetime. Candy cane could be one, I guess. I don't have to have a candy cane to be happy. I can be happy without a candy cane. If you believe that. In other words, a little bit generaler, more general. Let's get even more general. Let's just go, can I be happy? Do I smile every day? Can I find something to be happy about if I want to be happy? Could I? Yeah, I could. What kind of emotions do you want to feel when you get that candy cane? I want to feel accomplished. Well, find stuff to make yourself feel accomplished. I feel accomplished because I did the dishes today. Pat on the back. What else can I do to feel accomplished? What else can I focus on to feel accomplished? You know, I beat my high score on my favorite video game. Accomplished. Next. Taking the time to actually feel the feeling rather than finding a reason for the feeling. That's going general. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. I will see you tomorrow.